everybody, welcome to another edition of Toddster's Magical Mystery Review. I'm your host Toddster, and today we're going to take a look at Ringo Starr's Ringo's Rotogravure. Yes, came out 17th of September 1976 on Polydor Records in England and Atlantic Records in America. And so once he moved from EMI to those labels, Ringo decided to get a new producer. You know, after working with Richard Perry on his previous two albums, and he brought and he hired Arif Madrim, who was the top producer of Atlantic at that time, and was working with, you know, Aretha Franklin and the Bee Gees, and Bette Midler, you know, all sorts of people, and so he started, and so they worked on this album, you know, sort of similar to the last two albums, but so it's a pretty well, it's an okay album, but let's get into the songs, shall we? So we start off with the hit single, A Dose of Rock and Roll. Yes, was written by Carl Grossman, who was an artist on Ringo's short-lived side label called Ringo Records, and features Peter Frampton on the lead guitar, you know, who was coming alive at that time. It's an okay tune. Nothing more, even though it samples a bit of "Hey Baby," which takes us to the next track, "Hey Baby." Yes, the old Bruce Chanel tune. My opinion is that this should have been the opening track, the opening song on the album, and have "Dose of Rock and Roll" onto the second side as its opener. But it's a pretty good version, you know. It's alright. And then we go into Pure Gold, which was written by Paul, probably inspired by Ringo's girlfriend at that time, Nancy Lee Andrews, who was a model, and to me, not quite in the same rank as 6 O'Clock, but it's another okay tune. Then we go into Crying, Ringo and Vinnie Poncier's co-write. Yeah, it's more of a country tune with this one. Yeah, and it's a good song. And then we go into one of the better songs on the album, if not the best song in my opinion on the album, "You Don't Know Me at All." Watch the video if you can. You know, when you see Ringo as Uncle Fester with that shaved bald head of his. So so that's the first side. So we flip the record over to the second side, "Cooking in the Kitchen of Love." Now this was written by John, and you know, features John on the piano, and this is his last musical contribution, like his last musical word until Double Fantasy 4 years later. And the something about the song, it seems like a throwaway tune, and I guess you can tell, you know, John didn't have the heart of making music at that time, you know. But anyway, we go into "I'll Still Love You," which written by George, which was he originally wrote it for Ronnie Spector back in '71. Yet he didn't quite appear on the recording. You know, he was already busy working on his own record, but he didn't like the end results, which even gone as far as into suing Ringo just for that. But it's fine as it is. It's okay. And then we go into "This Be Called a Song," which was written by none other than God, Eric Clapton. It's another good highlight on the album. "Los Brises," written which Ringo wrote with Nancy Lee Andrews, and yet he hired a local mariachi band, which he heard at some Mexican restaurant, and I think he was inspired by that to write this song, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it's another great song, which sort of gives me a smile whenever I hear it, you know. And then Lady Gay, another good song with Jesse Ed Davis on guitar, and Fab Harry Nilsson on backing vocals. Yeah, and then we go into, and then we finally end the album with a little hidden track, Spooky Weirdness, with just just spooky ad-lib stuff, and bit of ooh. But yeah, so that's the album. So yeah, not much. Yeah, so what to say about this album? Well, it's an okay album. Some good songs in here, but without Richard Perry in control, the magic is sort of gone by this album. And yeah, so I would give this 2.5 Ringos out of 5. Yes, so that's so there you have it, Ringo's Rotogravure. So my name is Toddster, and you just watched another Magical Mystery review, and we'll see you next time. Until then, toodaloo.